Welcome to a brand new episode of Sequel Rights, the podcast where we take a look at the franchises that make you go, they made how many of those? And we give each and every sequel a fair trial. My name is Justin Camps, and I'm here with
Elizabeth Helley
and
Tyler Hymanson.
And we are here this week continuing our journey with the Conjuring universe. Back to Annabelle once again with Annabelle Comes Home. Annabelle's be coming home today.
But to whose home?
Not hers.
Not her home.
Not her home. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But we are excited this week to have a very special guest with us. Carol Fahey is here from the Mummy and Deaddy Podcast. She's also an amazing writer and producer. And you may know her co-host Josh Briggs, who's been on in the past. But Carol, you're finally joining us.
Hello. It's
Thanks.
So good to be here.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
I'm real. I exist. Josh is not the only. He's not the only Deaddy in town. I'm Mummy. Yeah, so great to be here.
Thank you for coming home with us.
That's right.
Wait, in case people don't know, give us the what the deal is with your guys' podcast.
Yeah, so we watch horror movies featuring children, and we talk about parenting through the lens of horror movies. So we talk about all the parenting usually fails. I mean, they're usually filled with fails. And sometimes there's wins, and then we talk about our lives and how scary parenting can be. So it's been really fun. We just put out episode 88. We've been doing it for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
amazing.
It's almost as long as us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a 7 and 9-year-old, so it's most of their lives. It's been a really fun project for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
cool.
Well, this is going to be a target-rich environment, I'm sure, for this movie.
Yes. We got kids, we got ghosts,
Yeah.
demons, we got it all. Speaking of The Conjuring, what's your experience with the Conjuring universe? Have you seen any of the other films?
Yes, I love the Conjuring universe. I haven't seen all of them, but I love the original. We've covered that on the show, and we've covered the first Annabelle movie, which I was surprised by. I had a very low bar. I thought it was going to be just trash, and it surprised me, but it also had a lot of problems too. And then we watched The Nun 2, which I don't know why we went out of order.
Yes.
It's very unlike us. But we, and Conjuring 2, so good. I love the Warrens. I love, even in this movie when they, when we're in their home, when we come home with them, I'm this is what you want. This is what we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for the movie that takes place in this home. Because I think that some of the other movies do that a little bit, but this felt like what it's all been building to with Jude. I mean, I definitely was waiting for it. So this was really great. And yeah, I like I said before we started, I watched Annabelle Creation to get up to speed. And that surprised me too. I thought that was better. I thought it was much better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Much better than the first Annabelle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Quality.
So we'll definitely be covering that on Mummy and Deaddy at some point. But
Nice.
yeah. I'm so here for it.
Well, awesome. Where can people check out the podcast if they want?
Yeah, we're on all the podcast, ways of listening. But I guess the Apple, I don't want to shout out Spotify because they're just, not a great place to be. I keep reading horrible things about Spotify left and right. But, and then we're on Instagram at MummyXDeaddyPod. And that's pretty much where we post, funny, parenting, where parenting and horror movies collide is the stuff I post.
Every day.
Every
There's so much content. So
Yeah.
that's our kind of
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I hope everybody gets a chance to check out the podcast. You guys, but before we get too far, Eliz, where can people reach us?
Yes, email us at sequelrights@gmail.com, or you can find us on primarily Instagram also, but also Blue Sky, Facebook, and YouTube at Sequel Rights.
And rate and review wherever you're listening. 5 stars goes a long way to help other people find the podcast. If you've already done that, go out and share some of your favorite things we've already covered. Speaking about coming home, I would recommend Fievel, because he comes home and also goes west. So
He does a couple things.
does a couple things.
Man, man, what a sad
Mouse Cinema
movie.
will save us.
Mouse cinema.
It helps to know we're sleeping underneath the same
Yeah.
big sky.
Yeah.
That's true.
It really does. It does.
Classic.
Sorry to bring it down at the top here. Sorry, guys.
No, that's good. That was like our first episode
It was.
of all time.
Yes, it was.
Forgive us for the quality of that
I
episode,
think it
I
might
imagine.
be our anniversary when this comes out, actually.
Oh, happy
Now that
anniversary
I'm
to us.
thinking about it. When
You're
does
right.
this episode come out?
Serendipitous for that call out.
It comes out the week of our anniversary.
It
yeah.
does, which is like, what, the 8th?
I have it in here as the 26th.
I know, no. I
No,
mean, what
how many
year?
years?
Oh, 8th year. Sorry.
8 years.
8 years.
Gosh.
Yeah. 26 years.
And we're finally coming home.
All right, well, happy anniversary, people.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Go listen to Fievel. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to get spooky in here?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's open up some demon doors.
I look forward to the silence that's going to be in this trailer.
Yes. You know it. Here we go. Let's get into Annabelle Comes Home.
Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or has been used in some kind of ritualistic practice. Nothing's a toy. It's safer for these things to be in here than out there. Sometimes it's better to keep the genie in the bottle.
Don't your parents keep any creepy stuff around?
We keep it all locked away in a room so that we're safe. It's not really good for anyone to go in there.
What'd you do to get in there? I like your doll. What did you do? I let her out. Who? Annabelle. I'm sorry. What else did you touch? Everything.
Just ended on the nice
Ding
little
dong.
thing. They gotta just, they gotta add in that music box sound, even though I don't think we hear it in the movie even once. We see
We
the
get an
music.
insert. We get an insert.
We see the music box, but
Yeah.
they don't ever do
That
the thing.
piano playing in the trailer did not sound like Twinkle Twinkle at all. It sounds like
Definitely
they
was
changed
not.
it for some reason. So they,
They probably wanted it to better match the music
oh,
box
okay.
for
I
whatever
was
reason.
like, you don't have to license Twinkle Twinkle, do you?
What about the spooky bells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Classic callback to the bells of the nun.
I thought you were about to say the bells of Notre Dame.
You're about to be
Freak
like,
out.
you're about to
You
be like,
always
No one
think
can
that.
mention bells without me talking about the bells of Notre Dame. Anyway,
well, here we are with Annabelle Comes Home, out
They-
in 2019.
both in the trailer and in the movie, they use this same ass clip that I think has been in almost every single movie that has Patrick Wilson of him saying everything in this room is haunted, cursed, or used in a ritualistic practice. And then I loved it because later on in the movie, when he's not even there, the little girl says, "Well, my dad always says that everything in this room is either haunted, cursed, or used in a ritualistic practice." And the other
He does
girl's
say
like,
that, McKenna Grace. He does say that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, anyway, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say this movie came out in 2019, and I feel like, at least for me, being a fan of the Conjuring universe, and I'm sure everyone else as well, like this movie was hyped up a lot because it had now been, since 2016 since we had seen the Warrens in anything.
Indeed.
We got Annabelle Creation, The Nun, and now finally this, where it's like the Warrens are in the movie, kind of a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, and everybody, all the Warren people, they all came back. They were like, "You're not going to put the Warrens in it without me having some control or whatever." So James Wan worked on the story. They got Bashara back for the music, but not the demon. And they got Kurt Murray back editing, and
And Gary Doberman taking the
Yeah.
reins of directing here.
They didn't take it over from him fully, but they were like, "We're going to work on this."
We're going to do a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are. Annabelle comes home. And the first thing we got to deal with is some fucking Zach Pappas erasure.
Oh my God. Okay. I was furious. I was like, oh my God, they're going to show. Wait a minute.
That's not Zach.
So, yeah, if you don't know, we interviewed this guy, Zach Pappas, who was in the very first Conjuring as the boyfriend of the two nurses that have Annabelle.
Right.
And then they cut his scene out completely. He doesn't speak. He just sits there and looks sad. Right. But he still, was credited.
He gives an air of being supportive.
Yeah. And then they used that clip in the movie Annabelle and they didn't pay them. And so then their agents were like, him and the two girls were like, hey, you got to pay them. You use the clip. So then Warner Brothers had to pay them. And clearly they were mad about it because they were like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get those 3 people back. And we're going to recast them for one scene in which 2 of them do not speak.
Yeah.
Like recast all 3 of them.
Just because it's a different angle than we see in the first.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the most egregious recasting in this movie, not McKenna Grace.
Yeah. I know. I oftentimes, after we're done recording, we'll like immediately go watch the beginning of the next movie. And I message these guys like, oh my God, it's infuriating immediately.
Yeah. It's
not right.
Our friend and past and future guest is not treated well. Erased. That guy didn't even look like him at all.
Justice for Rick.
Yeah, justice for Rick. That guy looked nothing like him.
I know they were just like, get another guy with
curly brown hair. Yeah, nothing like him.
Yeah, it was
travesty.
Pretty bad.
I feel like he might not even know, or he would have mentioned it to us. Honestly, he may not know.
Yeah, possibly.
Right.
So we get like that other, angle of that sequence, and then we're into the what happens immediately after that. The drive home,
which I think we get an insight into a thing that we don't really think about, in that the Warrens had to do a lot of road trips together.
Yeah.
They're just driving without Google Maps.
Yep. I thought they were in California. I thought the nurse and Rick and them lived in California, but maybe not.
Look, we already established that Annabelle is in favor of long commutes after they went to a Catholic church in Santa Monica and then drove to Pasadena.
Yeah. That was crazy when they did that. Okay, so she likes to commute.
I also do think Creation is in like Central California, so yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah, and I don't know why every time someone puts this doll in a car, except at the end of Creation, but every time you put it to transport it, you put it in a seat like a human. Yeah. Don't do that. Put it in the trunk. Like, what is wrong with you? Remember when that priest, he put it in the passenger seat like he was going to take the carpool lane? And then like this time they're like, let's put her in the back seat like a little baby.
I mean, it makes sense. Fast Track does track. So he was like, I'm going to listen to the Dodger game. She's going to be in the seat. I'm going to take the carpool lane.
I want to just like the entire road trip constantly be glancing back, thinking she's going to do something crazy.
God, what a nightmare.
And also, like, they should know better.
Yeah.
They should, because even at the end of Creation, don't they slam her in the trunk?
They do.
Yeah.
Those girls do. They're
they
like,
know what's up.
F no.
I would have been like in a garbage bag in the trunk.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of like a no fear thing though too, because has it been established like throughout the past movies and Lorraine's like belief and Ed's belief that like these things are not the problem. Like they are. Yeah. The people or the demons don't possess things. They only possess people, and they just use the things as like conduits or whatever. But then they introduce this idea that Lorraine suddenly realizes, no, Annabelle is what, like a signal something?
Who
what
knows?
Did she say?
She's a hot
beacon?
Spot. Yeah.
Something?
Oh,
yeah.
a beacon.
A
yeah,
beacon?
a beacon.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna, adjust the rules.
Mm-hmm. Things get spooky right away.
Immediately.
Car stalls right in front of a cemetery, of course.
Yep.
And some ghosts try to kill Ed.
As they do.
Very rude.
Again.
Yeah, as they do.
Again. Yeah.
But he just crawls right out of the way of the...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no worries.
Himself.
Is there, for you, as people that we've been watching all the Conjuring movies, is there any tension to this scene at all? For me, none.
No,
None.
She's not there.
No.
Yeah, yeah, the nun is not there. Correct.
It's like I kind of like the.
No.
Yeah,
I kind of a million high fives.
I kind of like the fake out of like the map moment, but like
sure.
It's not scary.
No.
They look like they're coming out of like the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it's not scary. What I liked about it was I thought it was interesting that the girl from, I think, the car accident was like conversing with Lorraine, like what
Yeah.
happened, where am I? And she was like, you were in an accident. Like that to me was more interesting. I was like, I want them to continue having this conversation, but then they cut to all the other people. in
But
the
do we
cemetery.
also feel like that Lorraine, like when she's going to get groceries and things like
Yeah,
that, like
must
every time
suck.
she's just like, it's like, what happened to me? It's like, you're dead. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like a whole
I have groceries to
Probably,
do.
you know,
Yeah.
probably.
some situation.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, and she's in the supermarket. She's not like making these long glances.
Yeah.
And, like slowly turning. She's used to it. You
Yeah.
know, she wouldn't be freaked
Another
out at all.
ghost. Yeah.
They haven't really shown her
She's like, please don't talk to me.
like talking to people like in a nice way like that in the other movies. Like, so when this girl, Daniela in the movie is like, oh, I'm going to use the Warrens' house. I'm like, why would you do that? Because they only talk to demons. They never just talk to
Yeah.
like regular dead people.
Right.
But this kind of hints that like Lorraine kind of does. She just doesn't make a big deal about
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah,
That's true.
I feel like they kind of are more like her powers are needed elsewhere type of thing. So they don't deal with like good things. They're always like,
Yeah,
trying to
she's
help
not like
people
the
that are
Long Island
struggling. with
So-
demons.
Timeline wise, this is between Conjuring 1 and 2?
unclear.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
But I think it
I
must
was.
I think so because Judy's older in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conjuring too.
Yeah,
And
think it
that's
has to
I
be.
think why it wasn't that tense for me there because
Right.
all we know is that the Warrens survive,
Yep.
Judy survives, and the house survives. As a Poltergeist fan, I was thinking about that during
Yeah.
the movie. I'm like, the house isn't going anywhere.
Well, Annabelle's gonna survive because I think we see her and almost every time they got her in the
Yeah.
background there in the little
Yeah.
case.
Well,
in that
Annabelle's here to
box.
stay.
Yeah. But yeah, it does appear to be before Conjuring 2 because we do not see the
There's
crooked
no-
man box. We don't see the
No, we
nun
do see the
painting.
Crooked Man box.
We do?
It's in the room, yeah.
No, that's not the same.
No,
It's a
that's
different
the
thing.
music box. From
Oh,
the
it's a music
first
box.
one.
Oh,
It's
you're-
the music box from the first movie.
Yeah.
So it's definitely after the first movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't see the horrible nun painting, and
Yeah, you didn't.
You would think there'd be some evidence of the nun around if
Yeah.
it was like after Conjuring 2. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right.
It says it's 1 year after they drop off Annabelle. Right?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
right.
1 year later or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But,
what happens?
We're back. We're introduced to Judy again.
Yeah,
We got Judy's McKenna Grace now.
she looks different. Strangely enough, spoiler, the old Judy will be back later. So that's how they justify being like, we're going to put this young starlet here, and that's why it takes place back then. Sorry, girl who's been in every movie. She'll be back. She's okay.
Yeah, and the Warrens are off to investigate another case, and they needed somebody to watch her overnight and take her to school and pick her up from school. I was like, you're letting your babysitter do all
Intense.
So yeah, as parents,
babysitter.
let's hear the
let's
babysitter
Yeah,
talk
this
about
is where we
takes.
Yeah.
We also wanted to have you because the entire series so far we've been like, are they bad parents keeping all that shit in their house? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. I mean, at least they're bad with hiding the keys. That was kind of nuts. I all those locks and yet the one key ring behind the Jesus painting, just a little I think that was negligent.
Yeah, I don't even think
Yeah.
they were hidden. They were just sitting
They
there.
were on the desk. Yeah.
I get the idea of wanting to keep all these things close to you. They have the room blessed every week or whatever. Sure. But I think that they just needed to, like, Judy seems totally aware of all the rules. Mary Ellen doesn't seem aware of the rules and certainly isn't taking them seriously enough to keep, Daniela out of it. So I think that, like, I also found it a little strange that, like, Judy was playing it so like Haley Joel Osment of like, can't tell anybody
I'm
about
just-
my powers. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
The whole movie, I'm like, just tell them what's happening.
Yeah,
please.
you
Don't-
know this.
Don't be like, nothing. I just sometimes I never.
Sometimes I feel
see a
these
priest at my
feelings.
Catholic school.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So that I thought was really strange, and maybe it isn't like parenting, but it was a weird like way to do that of like, oh, we're gonna have Judy be afraid of her parents. You would think that Lorraine Warren would be grooming her almost to take up the family trade, like do you have the gift? Like, we got to keep it going. Like, let's get you on board with
Maybe
this.
her mom doesn't even know. Maybe
Well, I mean,
Lorraine
but that's one of the
doesn't
things, unless it's a point that she's like, we're trying to save them from this life, but then to that point, don't have all that shit in your house.
Right.
Exactly. Right.
And I think we talked about this in one of the past episodes, but the real Judy is alive. She does have apparently the gift to a lesser degree, different degree than her mother. And she does not want to be like involved with it, even though she married the dude who's in charge of like the Warrens, New England,
Zach
whatever it's
Baggins?
called. No. The dude who's in charge of their organization that took over the museum. and
Okay.
stuff. Like she's married, or her, maybe she married a guy and then he took it over. I don't know. But yeah, her husband is super into it. She's just like, leave me alone. I don't really want to deal with this.
Interesting.
anymore. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but I always find them to be like loving parents.
Sure.
But just,
Oh, to a fault. Like, they are the
Yeah.
most, like, demonstrable ideal couple in, like, I think modern media. Like,
They're lovely parents, but they literally have demons in their closet.
yes. And they cannot give explicit instructions to a babysitter.
yeah,
Like, no, for real, don't let them in there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. And maybe maybe they did, and she's still kind of like, I don't really believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, we don't believe it. It's just,
Yeah, that would have been cool if Mary
Superstition.
Ellen, even though this like article had just come out, if Mary Ellen was like, I don't believe in any of this shit, so like I'm fine with being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you guys, I don't buy it. You know?
Yeah, some intentionality as opposed to just blind indifference across the board.
Yeah.
Right.
So the room, I had more questions because we sort of see the beginning of this box, and that it's created with glass from the cathedral or wherever
Sure.
they got it from, and then they put a little chair in there and they lock it up. But I'm like, why even make it out of glass? Why give her a little chair? Why sit her up looking at you all the time? Like, again,
As established, put her in a bag,
trunk.
put her in the trunk.
Put her in a trunk, the
not as-
trunk, anything
as
not
evocative.
see-through so it can stare at you all the time.
A trunk, the trunk.
Like, what?
maybe they, well, I don't know. Maybe they want to be able to see her to make sure no shit's going on.
You're literally being devil's advocate right now.
They don't even explain why she's got like a little tarot card on there. I think just because it was there before, but
Yeah.
they never show like how
But like
or why
the-
they got there.
Yeah.
It looks neat.
But like the real one is in a glass box like that. So it's like,
Yeah, and I'm asking why.
make sure she hasn't moved. She hasn't been switched out. I don't
I
know.
guess,
Who
fair.
knows?
Annabelle, you still in there? Okay.
Still,
Yeah.
still you, Raggedy Ann? Yeah.
We also see what I call in every movie Chekhov's inhaler.
Yes.
Because there's never an inhaler in a movie that does not meant to
That's
come
just
back
like
later.
that. Yeah,
for
it's
no
not going to come back
reason.
later. It's fine.
Yeah.
As
She
an
uses
asthmatic
it like
person.
normal.
Yeah, it's just like,
Someday
you know what?
we should make a movie where somebody has asthma and just it's
It's
for no-
fine.
it's nothing.
Yeah,
It's a non-issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they solve a problem.
Their inhaler is on them the entire time. They use it and they're like, great. And then they go on with whatever the plot is, you know?
It's the worst. It's the worst.
That would be great. That would be great. So yeah, I guess I did skip over the priest scorneth the scorners or whatever he says in that stupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same priest from one of the Conjurings. The
Conjuring
not both
2.
of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Or is
He's
he
always
in
the one that
first
comes around and tells them, we've got a new assignment if
Yeah.
you choose to accept it. Or whatever.
The church needs you.
He's to talk to you about the Conjuring Initiative. Yeah.
Oh, I know, right?
We come to the most terrifying sequence, the grocery store,
Oh, yes.
where we learn that eggs only cost 59 cents. And I was like, no, the eggs.
This is when I started thinking, maybe I never saw this movie because I don't remember any of it really. And I feel like I really, really would have remembered that like Love Victor was in it. Like I would have remembered that, I feel like. And so I'm like, maybe I just didn't watch this one, but I can't remember. My memory is like so shot.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Bob's got balls.
Michael
Introduced.
Cimino.
He's so cute.
He is.
He's not a great, he doesn't have a great scared face. I'll say that for the chicken coop, but all the parts where he's just like puppy love, it's
Right.
so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, he does a good job.
What a guy.
I thought, this is later, but when he ran away the first time, Like, I just thought, oh, that's it. We're never going to see him
Yeah,
again in the
there
movie.
he
And
goes.
then he goes to the chicken coop, and I was like, oh, my God. Okay.
Well, they're like, we built this whole chicken coop, so we have to do at least one set
We got
piece.
to put somebody in the chicken
Made
coop.
a whole deal about her
Yeah.
having chickens.
Yeah.
For
Well, they
whatever reason.
decided that every single thing in the room is going to happen in this movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they had to have somebody being chased by the hellhound. You know, it was like
Right.
there had
Yeah.
to be some bodies, even though there were no.
But
There
also,
were
if
no
they have
bu-
chickens,
yeah.
why did they have to buy the eggs in the first place?
That's a great question.
Well, it was Mary Ellen buying the eggs.
I know, but she knew they had chickens.
Yeah, but
She explicitly doesn't follow the
what if
rules
she
or
was
instructions.
buying eggs for her own house?
All right, fine. I
With
thought
her
they were for the
parents.
cake.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
Anyway.
This movie just
That's why she forgot
Yeah,
the
yeah,
eggs.
it just doesn't
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
It's an egg conspiracy.
Yeah.
We also.
Maybe,
Oh, no,
sorry.
go ahead.
Danielle takes the eggs at the end.
She
Maybe
does.
She just doesn't. Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe she's an oviraptor.
Yeah, I was gonna say we also get introduced to Daniela,
Darling Daniela.
her troublesome friend, who's got a dead dad.
Dead dad.
Wants to talk dead syndrome.
She
wants
it-
to,
it
wants to
doesn't-
talk to him.
Is she the dumbest person in this series?
Well, they don't reveal the dead dad until like midway through, right? Or
I
did they say it
guess.
early on?
Well,
I
they
don't think
like
so.
the first time she goes in the room, she puts down a photo, but
Yeah.
and she's like, "Daddy, are you here?" Yeah.
Well, yeah, even before that,
Calling
though,
all spirits, calling all
does like
spirits.
10 dumb things that you're like, oh my God, why is she doing it? Why is she going in the room? Blah, blah, blah. And then you find out, okay, her dad's dead. So now I feel kind of bad for
She's
thinking
already
so
done enough
stupid.
dumb things that I do not forgive it.
You don't
though.
forgive her? Okay, yeah. I don't know that I forgive her either, but yeah.
No, because she's mean and she's dumb.
I want to know why Mary Ellen is friends with this.
Yeah.
I want to know.
That's a good question. Maybe just childhood friends that continue.
Yeah, but you do eventually find out. But it's like that whole time you're just like, why would you put up with this
Yeah,
behavior
it
from your
takes
friend?
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
And
Even though it would have been, I guess, not as infuriating. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would have made her a little more likable character if they had been like, if you knew her dad died very early, so the whole time you knew that's why she was like pushing
Yeah.
forward with this. But I don't know. Maybe that takes the fun out of it. Or,
This is something that they do in these movies, though, where you're just like, wait, was I supposed to know that? Did I miss something? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
What happened in Creation 2 with the doll, you're like, wait, why does she have that mask on?
Yeah, why does she have a Phantom of the Opera mask on?
Like, and then it's like,
don't
no, they just
understand.
decided to punt it
Yeah.
all the way to like the
Yeah.
second act
Yeah.
for some reason.
Why is the dad being mean to all the children that they apparently willingly adopted?
Doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
and then you,
It doesn't make
like
sense.
retroactively feel bad for him, but it doesn't
Yeah.
make you think he's less of an asshole.
Oh, it's just one of those things. Just like, hey, guess what? These people are complicated, and it's like, yeah, that's people.
Right? Like I would have accepted that from the top. Anyway,
also, the fact that we now know like the backstory of Annabelle and like the original bee, like little girl who died when she was what, like 5,
Yeah.
maybe? She's really good at writing. And has been through all these movies. She always writes "miss me" or "look over here," whatever. Like even for the very first Conjuring, she was doing those notes and writing. But when you find out how old she was when she died, you're like, that's actually really impressive.
Incredible penmanship.
A talent taken away.
Yeah.
Too
I
soon.
know.
1930s.
Yeah.
Those kids weren't in school.
Not a girl out on the farm.
Now she's stuck haunting random people
Yeah.
as the same actress.
Yes, same actress.
Daniela, she's like, she's the type of person who's like, I'm gonna go in that Evil Dead basement and touch everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh my god! If she went to the Evil Dead house, like she would just immediately like
She'd be taken
I
Be
was
screwed
my
over.
my joke for this whole thing is that from Cabin in the Woods, those two gentlemen from that movie are just screaming the entire time, like, Todd, like, why pick it up, please?
Yeah, it would have been all of the things.
Pick up the conch.
It is so funny. It's like, okay, why you gotta go in? You gotta type on the typewriter. You gotta brush the bride's
It does take the wind out of the sails out of, I feel like, the rest of the franchise, because she basically just goes in there and dares everything. And like, spoiler alert for the movie, it really is just like an Adventures in Babysitting thing where they go, everything kicks off. There's demon time frolics, and then by the time the Warrens come home, it's like, it's all fine. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, there's so many things in the basement or whatever it is, that room, but then they also introduce the idea of like the files in the office, and then those things come alive too, which I'm kind of like, we could have done one or the other. We could have saved the files for another movie.
Aren't the files just connected to the things in the room? The files aren't new things, right?
I don't know.
No, because there's nothing from the Hellhound other than them reading about it.
The book.
Black
there's a
Shuck.
book. That book that says the Black Shuck on it. Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all.
And then the coins.
I know the coins, yeah, but I just was like,
Yeah, no, there's like a really old looking book that she picks up and something falls out of it.
And there's the legend of the samurai who turns slowly to look at you.
oh my God. I know, when those like, well, I'm sure it was a real Japanese person, but when these like Asian sounding, voices start coming over, the like, screaming and stuff, I was like, oh, please don't. Thankfully it was over quickly.
Too much.
Doesn't do anything. It just stands around.
I know.
It looks slowly. Pretty spooky.
Yeah.
Screams sometimes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that kind of kicks everything off. Like, so basically she goes in there, puts down her dad's like photo on the piano.
Well, she brings roller skates as a diversion.
Oh yeah. Roller skates, which is like, I broke my arm.
I broke my arm, yeah. And then that also an insane prompt, because then they go outside to use the roller skates regardless.
And she's supposed to be watching the fucking cake.
Yeah.
And burns her birthday cake.
Yeah.
Rude. Come on, Daniela.
Daniela's so rude.
She's the worst.
That frosting looked disgusting though.
The pink frosting?
Yeah.
Like the slime
horrible.
from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
It was
Kinda
horrifying.
Oh, man. But Annabelle gets loose. She runs out because the fire alarm goes on. And
Is that the name of the movie? Annabelle Gets Loose?
Annabelle gets loose. That would be a better. That would probably be a better title, honestly. Annabelle gets loose.
Annabelle Gone Wild.
Yeah.
No, these are different kind of movies now.
She doesn't really come home.
No, not at all.
She
Nope.
comes to your home?
To your home, yeah.
Annabelle on demand.
I don't know. Gravity helps her fall out of the cage. I don't know. I'm like,
That's something I love about Annabelle is that she doesn't move and her face never moves, her eyes never move. I think that's why she is so like that this can all happen, is because they're not going that direction with her. I'm so glad they never did. So glad she's not the possessed thing.
Yeah, as much as we love Chucky, like this is not
I
the time
do
and place.
love that, but the thing that ends up being the replacement for that is a confounding demon goat person.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which is like, yes, I agree with all of that, but what they replace that with is just fine.
And it doesn't even have a name. They're
The
always,
Order
always
of the
just
Ram.
Like, it's always just like Annabelle, demon. Or
Yeah.
Demon.
And
But it's also, it's like, is it that? Is it the person? Like, do we care? Did they beat this? Like, why did that woman kill herself?
why did Audrey Woodard have to kill herself?
Yeah.
It's a little confusing. Yeah.
It's the same thing as like the Insidious movies where it's like, am I supposed to truly be afraid of this thing? This like red demon at a sewing machine. I know how you guys feel about sewing machines.
Yeah.
And that's like, I'm not afraid. Like,
This is the ultimate creepy guy.
Yeah.
Listening to Tiny Tim in a room. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're mending, so.
True.
No, yeah, you're right. The demon is very unscary. Like, it really takes me out of it. But then
Yeah.
I remember that these movies, I feel like they only go to a certain line of scariness. You know, it's never gonna go there. Like, I was thinking about this with with Annabelle. I do wish the first one had a thing like Annabelle something.
Yeah.
Right. Annabelle something would have been nice. But at the time, we thought maybe this was the
Summer of Annabelle.
Annabelle drives to Santa Monica.
Yeah, Annabelle commutes to Santa Monica from Pasadena.
Yeah.
Inland Annabelle.
But yeah, I do wish that. Yeah, it's like in that movie, there's the scene that really bothered me was when she's like bashing the doll against the side of the
Oh,
door,
yeah.
and then you think it's the baby,
Yep.
and then I got very scared watching that, and then I was like, that's not this movie.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the demon is kind of like bringing it back for the people who can only tolerate Annabelle.
Yeah.
Little scares.
I think that's
You're like,
right.
literally no one dies in this movie.
Right, literally no one dies.
Basically nothing happens.
I was so hoping Mary Ellen and Daniela and Bob, I thought they were all going to die. I was so excited for that.
None of them
Yeah, none of them die. Like, yeah, there's literally zero consequences, and it seems like if you just keep a recording of Patrick Wilson at all times, you can stop everything. And you know what? That's actually just good advice.
No, it was Adventures in Annabelle.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, it is kind of funny that ultimately at the end, all they need to do is like put her back in the box.
It's I
didn't think that was going to work.
That was it's locked. It's like, oh, the lights are on. Okay, cool.
You could
birthday party.
You could have an entire like show. You could have several movies based off this room, and the fact that like this, we'll get into like the specifics of it, but it undersells pretty much all of it.
It's almost like they're trying to backdoor pilot more spin-offs.
That's what I
because
felt
La
watching
Llorona
this.
comes out right after this, right? I think, or soon after this.
Sure.
But I feel like they were just kind of like, trying to backdoor pilot all these other ones and being like, let's see what people like, and then that'll be the next one. Like, are they gonna want the monkey? Are they gonna want the hellhound? Are they gonna want the
leering
samurai?
samurai.
What about
bride?
what about the feely mealy?
The feely mealy.
Feely mealy. Okay, like I was like, is that even a
Feely-mealy
real
spin-off.
game? Have you ever seen that game before?
No.
Yeah, like apparently it was real. But
It was
actually
was
called
was
that?
it a race from reality?
it was a real Milton Bradley
Okay.
game called Feely Mealy, but there is no
That's so creepy.
But they were
record
sued.
of the Warrens ever like having one that had been possessed or used or whatever.
Okay.
But it is a real game that exists. And yeah,
I think it's weird.
That's an insane thing. It is something that I enjoy. That's like, what if we made a scare that was based off graphic design of a board game, which I admit I'm a fan of, but I was not a fan of it in this movie.
Well, it's also like kind of like the box from Dune. Or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you gotta use the voice, like or whatever.
Yeah, except that like what you think would happen doesn't. Like instead, hands come out of it, which
Well,
I don't think
that
makes
was creepy.
sense.
but also, like, if you're fast enough, it's fine.
That's true. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Well,
it's
and
only hands,
apparently-
no legs.
Apparently, the way they were playing it is like they were taking turns, like doing it. But apparently, like the actual game's rules, it's just a free for all. Like everybody puts their hands in, and is like trying to find the thing.
So it is like Dune.
Oh, that-
So I guess that's where they get the idea of like the other ones coming out of the is like. You know,
I see.
I don't
Okay,
know,
okay,
but yeah.
okay. That's
Put Austin Butler's hand in there.
I guess that's kind of creepy. Yeah, yeah.
That's my review of the movie. I guess.
I just
The Dune sequel
yeah.
it falls short.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess this whole movie hinges on Daniela being a shit friend and being a sad teen.
Right, because in the end, she is trying to talk to her dad.
Yeah.
Well,
Her friend even like, I feel like it's pretty. She has a high level of like emotional intelligence and awareness to even be like she blames herself and nobody does. Like the fact that she like clearly knew that was the situation. I was like, that's kind of impressive for like a 16-year-old or however
Back
old she
then.
is. Yeah, exactly. And to be like, oh, she's blaming herself, even though none of us think it's her fault. Like you would think that back then they would have been like, yeah, it was her fault.
Right.
Like she
I was like, although some
she's a
people
woman.
think it's her fault.
What did they let her behind the wheel for anyway? You know, like what do you expect?
don't tell her, but I think it's her fault.
I did like the dad jump scare when he's like, "You did this to me."
I thought that was kind of funny.
Always make me laugh. It's like
so good.
It's just so good. It like
He's
kind of
like-
takes me out of it, but in a great way.
Yeah, he's like nicely playing the piano with her in the mirror, and then she screams.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, for all those Daniela haters out there, the good news is she gets the most tortured in the entire film.
She gets the puke possession.
The
Yeah.
thing that
She
happens.
also has to
sorry, go ahead.
contend with that TV that.
scary TV.
Shows her,
I mean,
like,
that's a
10 seconds ahead
decent
of time.
scare. However, the thing that this movie does is that, like, okay, here's this room that is like the entire franchise. Like, there are a myriad of scares. Like, we've seen 2 Conjuring movies, and those are like each insane scares that like result in one artifact in this room, right? And so we have a character locked in this room, and it's not like she just did one thing. Like it says in the trailer, she touches everything. She's just daring spirits. She's like calling all cars, like please come and possess me. And there's multiple times in this movie where it just cuts away from this scenario for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
She's just watching that TV.
She's just watching that TV. And like the TV is fine, I guess.
Like, what point did we decide as a society that those kind of TVs were automatically creepy? Because I feel like I've seen those kind of TVs in like lots of horror movies, including some that I worked on when I was like, people would always want to find one of those TVs to like put in the short film because it was automatically creepy.
Yeah.
Guilty.
They just look kind of like otherworldly.
Yeah.
Spooky,
So,
ooky.
like,
Yeah.
It's a little fisheye.
Yeah.
And then someone like brings out a theremin and they're like, no, that's too much.
I know. I do like though that the TV only did one thing. They weren't like, oh, it's Poltergeist and Ring, and now she's getting sucked into the TV. No. It does one thing. We set up the rule, and then it does that thing. You know. So.
But even like it doesn't necessarily pay off in a way that I think is
Not
satisfying.
really, because in the end, we see it so much more than she does.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't really figure out a way to use it. To
Mostly because she doesn't die.
Right.
Like, if it forecasts a gory kill, then that's something that's, and she even if she got out of it. But we
It
don't
shows
see that
her
either.
covered in blood screaming.
It does.
It
You're
does.
right. Forget what I say about it setting the rules. It broke the rules.
It broke the rules.
That never happened.
It eventually
but,
shows that.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
They don't die, and they also just like come back for the birthday party completely unscathed. It's so fucking crazy that you would ever step foot in that house again.
Or that the parents would let them.
Right.
It'd be like, you effed up. Like, yeah, no one died, but like, you went in there. We told you not to.
However,
and you had your
Bless
friends
all
over.
this stuff.
If there was a chance that Patrick Wilson was about to sing a song, I'd go back
my
over to that
God.
house.
Okay. So it's like the biggest disappointment, maybe of my
They
life.
know.
But definitely this
They
movie.
know what's happening here.
I mean, okay, so there is a point like earlier in the movie.
In the very
when-
beginning, he hums a little bit. And,
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, and I was like, count it.
And then Michael Cimino sings a little song
Yeah.
out on the thing. And then I think at the end, like Patrick Wilson picks up his guitar and he might actually say, like, who wants to hear
He
me
does.
sing a little
Yeah.
song? Right?
Yeah.
I
Gather
do.
around, children.
I was like, yes. And then he's like, cut to credits. Like, no. Like, his arm's up about to come down and stop. He takes in a big breath and then it cuts to black.
That was really devastating.
It was horrible.
Oh, man.
Also, because they probably filmed it.
Yeah.
And then just cut it out
Yeah.
because they were like, oh, we couldn't get the song after all or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, I probably sang some more Elvis.
Maybe.
I did enjoy what's his face on the lawn singing a song, and they're just like, "K."
That's why I thought it'd be
We got other
funnier
stuff to do here.
if he just ran away forever and they all came down to like congratulate him and then they were like, oh, he's not here.
No, like instead, like Judy creepily goes like, Bob's got balls, and I was like, ugh, what?
But also, why did Patrick Wilson say that at the end? Because I'm like, everyone told him about that.
Everyone knows.
We never saw him go to the market or like
the fucking pizza guy knows.
Why does
Oh,
he
Bob's
know
got balls.
that? The pizza guy
Let's
is their peer, clearly. But like, why is
Maybe. Yeah.
Who told Patrick Wilson that this kid's nickname? What?
Maybe he's friends with the dad at the grocery store.
Well, he did. He was the directly across the street neighbor of the Warrens. So maybe he knew about it, but still, I was like, I don't know why you're saying that.
Bob's got balls.
Do we want to have a separate decide about this pizza guy? Because
Go ahead.
does it warrant this? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. I don't even think about the pizza guy. He's there. Nothing happens.
I feel like that there. Yeah, I mean, speaking of bodies that could have been consumed for this movie.
Fodder. Like,
He ate a piece of the pizza.
Yeah.
And admitted to it.
Yeah.
That is a cardinal sin of horror movies.
Also, the pizza looked gross.
Yeah.
Props
All
to
his
it.
fault. Let's blame
It was
him.
bad.
Not good.
What else? I was gonna say,
But yeah, why do you need the Warrens if even the pizza boy lives? This is the question.
well, the Warrens are like barely.
That's what I mean. It's like
They're there to get. They're there to get us chumps in the seats at the
They
theater.
don't even know what they went to go do.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even give us a little hint.
They went to Amityville.
Yeah, they might. It might have been that. Honestly, yeah.
Wasn't, yeah, didn't they say
Amityville
Connecticut on the TV, but I didn't, like, they didn't really,
I don't know.
yeah.
Amityville is also the Conjuring house.
That was in
the
the Conjuring
second-
too.
Second one, they go to
Conjuring
they
2.
start with Amityville. Yeah.
It's a framing device only.
But yeah, like they went to go like look at a timeshare or something.
Yeah,
Like we don't even know that they're going to like fight a demon.
No. I don't know.
The other thing that annoyed me, I was like, I'm gonna need a moratorium on ghosts slowly walking circles around people while
Yeah.
they stand in a room.
Yes.
The Bride did that, and we've seen that now in 3 movies. It's the same fucking thing as
So
the nun.
let's talk through the bride.
Right.
Like, what's the bride doing?
Why
We
is
just
there to
touched
talk
the
about it?
dress.
She's just the haunted mansion.
Yeah,
lady.
exactly.
Like,
it's literally the same thing. Yeah, it's so stupid.
I do think that this movie, the thing that it offers the franchise is that the Conjuring Prime movies have very well architected scares that build tension and build to something where these movies, like The Nun before it, are just trying shit. And it is just somebody wandering around in the back of the frame.
And way
Pretty
more,
much.
a lot more heavy on CG in this movie. Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
With
It
the black
is-
shuck and
Yeah, the bride, I mean, we don't even really find out. They say what the dress made her go crazy and kill people or something.
it was like it was supposed to be like the dress eventually makes the person violent and I don't know.
I feel like if we sat here for 5 minutes on this podcast and thought about what are the things that are inside the Warrens' like vault of horrors, we would find 4 more interesting stories than whatever we
the
we see in this
monkey
movie.
from Phantom of the Opera. That's what I want to see the movie
The minky.
about.
Yeah.
Well, it's even like when Daniela runs in wearing the wedding dress. I was like, "Who the hell is that?" and they're like, I was like, "Oh shit! The ghost is real." But then they're like, "Daniela, no!" And I'm like, "Oh,
Okay.
I did
see.
like, I mean, you joked about it, about you just need to keep a recording of Patrick Wilson around, but I did like how even his recording, like the recording of him is so powerful. It still manages to exorcise her through film. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty badass.
I liked that.
pretty impressive."
I liked that because Ed was back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I get
There
some
he
more,
is.
I
Yeah.
get some more.
It's just like this whole universe, honestly. I think like the unifying theory that I'm starting to form at this point is just that like they made these horror movies and they were like, what people are gonna like about it is like spooky stuff, ghosts, monsters, scary doll, scary nun. But it's like, no, people just really like this couple that's super in love with each other and is incredibly charming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Like, that's all we want to see.
The literal like wrapping up of the movie is like, you know, her being like, "Well, I forgive you because I did some crazy things for a boy once." And it's like, "Well, does your husband know about that, boyfriend?" It was.
It
my
was.
husband.
You
It was my
knew she was
husband.
gonna.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
should
I
just
know.
say, "I married him." You know, like that's oh.
Did you? Did you?
I hope we get to see, you know, because Lorraine has passed now, it would be so cool to see some like, I feel like this happened in a different franchise and now I'm blanking, but like kind of like some beyond the grave, like love story with them, you know, that would be so wonderful. Cause you're totally right. You're totally right that that's what's magical about this. And I feel like The Conjuring, to set the stage, like that movie's legitimately very scary.
Yeah.
Whereas no movie since in the Conjuring universe has really scared me like that. Even a rewatch is still scary. But
Yeah.
you're right. It's totally them. Oh my God.
Even them being in this one for what, like a fifth of it, you know, it still makes it so much more compelling than the last 2 Annabelles and the Nun all put together. Like,
I would love like old Patrick Wilson. Like she's passed on. He's locked in his house with his ghost.
no, he dies first.
No,
dies first.
That's true.
Yeah, but this is we can do whatever
Okay,
we
fine.
want.
We do what we want.
Make
Yeah.
it
We can do whatever we want.
But,
in this
or
world.
Beyond the Grave, the vice versa, whatever we want. But and it's like the Houdini thing where it's like I will try to reach out from beyond the grave, and like he's given up on that, so he's just haunted, and he's haunted all the time, and it ends up being like a really romantic love story, but like full of scares. Make that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go
Make
see
that movie.
I'd go see
This one is dedicated to her because this was like the last one that came or was created before she died.
Yeah.
Like she passed away.
Annabelle creation.
Came out. Yeah. But a lot of the other ones she like, you know, kind of consulted on, especially the 2 real Conjurings. But yeah.
So here's a real parenting question.
Yeah.
Do you hash this babysitter back?
Oh yeah. All right.
I say no.
Oh no. You would never have her back.
Would you let her come to the birthday party though if you thought no other kids were gonna come? 2 teen girls.
I would let them come. Because
Yeah.
You'd be like, they're coming back for the party and never again.
Right.
Because this means something to you, Judy.
Yeah.
Clearly. Yeah.
This is where
Daughter?
like the time that we live in now and how it was back then are so like inversely correlated. So like they back then you have like your neighbor and even us, like when we were kids, probably babysat, whatever. You're like 12 and you didn't know how to really take care of anyone, not even yourself, but you were allowed to babysit. So like these kids are trusted to babysit, and then they're allowed back into the house in any circumstance, right? Is insane. But
Into the room. They're allowed back in the room.
That's true. Yeah.
in the room.
Yeah.
And so then, but now it's like, right, like now you have a babysitter. They're usually a fully grown adult. You've like background checked them. You've basically taken like blood samples. They do one thing wrong, they're never seen again. You could like press charges,
And they'll never see your friend's kids again. Like it's just like they're blacklisted across the board.
Yeah. You also pay them like a living wage. These kids were giving like $5. Right?
Like, here's money for
the
pizza.
money, yeah.
And now it's like you would never, but the world is safer now. The world is actually safer.
Yes.
Like statistically overall.
Right.
Yep.
So it just doesn't make any
It doesn't
sense.
compute at all. Does anybody have a fond memory of one of those like neighborhood kid babysitters? Because I have one.
I don't right offhand. No.
There was a kid named Jared. I have no idea what his last name was. He was a neighborhood kid. He babysat me and my brother, and if we were good, we would get a call from the Ghostbusters.
Oh.
And so he had basically a friend that pretended to call and pretended to be Egon for us. And it was the most amazing thing on the planet.
That's cool.
And it was just, some like 14-year-old probably.
What an incredible thing that now we have Phoebe Spangler in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
No, I mean, I had babysitters. There was really only like one girl that was a student that my mom allowed, and she was like the daughter of the head of the Girl Scouts of our town, and so she was allowed to babysit us. But other than that, it was always like actual adults that usually were my mom's employees at Joann's.
I see.
Like the ones who were young, like they were in college or something. Like my mom would let them babysit.
Did anybody babysit here?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, various people, but not
I did
for
a
too
couple
much.
times.
I did too. And it's just like, why was I allowed to do that?
We had like
I
a
don't know.
full-on babysitters club,
Yeah.
and we charged like $1 per hour per kid. Again,
Yes.
God.
Yes.
slave wages.
Wow.
Children,
Wow.
child like working in a factory, and we just like put stuff up over our neighborhood, and then. It was the fault of everyone, right? The fact that I was allowed to do this, they hired me, and then my mom would like drop me off at these strangers' houses. I would take care of babies. Unheard of now.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Like you need to have training people. It's.
Do you ever break into a room with 3 locks on it?
I was like, you know how much it would cost to have your babysitter pick up and drop your kid off at school?
I did organize a day camp one time, like where me and my friends were like in charge and the younger kids were like in it. My mom, I think technically was home, but she like didn't like my parents made me like create a budget.
She was
like,
indifferent.
Yeah.
God knows what
Like
our
there was
parents
no
were doing.
profits, but I had to create a budget showing that like we would earn enough money to pay for like the food and the crafts or whatever. So
Wow.
That's
And
cool.
then-
Yeah.
And then parents drop their kids off.
they
with
did.
you.
Those parents
Yeah.
did, yeah.
That's
So-
crazy. That's
Because they just
crazy.
didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're just like, I don't know, whatever.
What can happen?
I'm going to go home and do what?
Yeah.
What were the parents doing?
No.
There was no Netflix.
Sleeping,
There
yeah.
were no iPhones. They were just sleeping.
General Hospital. Yeah.
They're just like, let someone else inflict trauma.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then, we don't really go. We've never left the kids like with a babysitter for a weekend or even a night. It's like because I have a sister who lives here and she doesn't have kids, so it's like
That's perfect.
it would be hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my God. Yeah. No, not worth it. Not
and
worth it.
it truly isn't.
And you were like, if it was affordable, break into my haunted room. Whatevs.
No big deal.
Apparently, there's no consequences. It's fine.
Yeah. Ultimately,
Just
it's
play
all
the
good.
recording of me. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, someone should have at least, like, I mean, you hate to say it, lost a limb or be maimed
Yeah.
or something.
Yes.
If no one's going to die, there's something's got to happen. Like,
Annabelle, come home.
at least
maim
the
a teen.
chickens could have died.
Yeah.
I don't think a single chicken died even.
No.
Not on screen.
Yeah.
Not even nary a broken window.
At this point, it'll turn into one of those things where the teens are like, "You guys want to go to the Warren's house and let the demons
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Well, we survived last time."
Hopefully, that's the next movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
We're gonna
maybe.
have some real bloodshed, you know. But
Yeah.
Talk to me.
talk to me. Yes.
Great movie.
Do you want to do the child star check-in?
Oh yeah, let's
Is
do
it
it.
that time?
Child star check, child star checking in, child star check-in. They're a child star, and we're checking in now.
All right. So Judy, as we mentioned, was recast. And the other girl will be back later, but right now we have McKenna Grace, who, as you guys mentioned, is in Ghostbusters, and lots of other things that little kids are in.
And I saw her play at Lollapalooza last year.
Oh, right.
Just like a couple songs. Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to remember what
saw her
what
walking
should
out in the
come up
crowd,
of-
too,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't go to that, but you did.
Yeah.
I really
Was she doing Gracie Abrams covers?
No.
her Handmaid's Tale arc was really crazy and scary.
Oh, man.
Like, she was very good in that.
I think she's a great actress.
Yeah. And then so she's also going to be in upcoming Hunger Games, one of the games. I don't know. So, all right. And then we've got
Song of
Madison
Grasshoppers and
Eisman, who is Mary Ellen. She is, I have not seen these movies actually, but she's the star of the Jumanji franchise. I guess.
the new one.
The new
Yeah.
Jumanji.
It feels like that's in your
I've only
future,
seen the
guys.
first one. Yeah,
Feels like
Yeah.
the
so
first of the
she's-
new.
Okay.
She's in them both. And she also is in a movie I'm sure Justin saw, the Disney Plus original movie Clouds.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. One of those music movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Jumanji movies, she might be like the kids. She might be one of the kids in the beginning that's like not fully in the movie.
Oh, really? She's in both of them, though.
Yeah, but maybe they're
Does she
like,
become Kevin Hart?
Yeah, maybe she like gets sucked. She's one of the kids that gets sucked into the game and then is like
Yeah.
Jack Black. Or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, okay. I thought that was all that the movie was about. There are kids who don't change into adults.
Yeah, but then the kids aren't in the movie, is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the beginning, and that's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Or also the end, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really apparently know what this
Apparently, a bunch of kids messing with shit that they shouldn't be,
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
getting sucked into magical worlds.
Speaking of me not knowing what something is about, Katie Sarife, Daniela, darling Daniela, she
The bride.
has started her own acting school with a friend of hers, and they teach people who get booked on commercials and stuff. But one of her big credits,
Turn the can out.
This is how you get puked.
and I don't know, Justin, like, I don't know if you remember this. You weren't officially the music supervisor, but I think you must have been around because she was part of a apparently people's favorite episode of Supernatural, season 10, episode 5, fan fiction, in which I guess a group of high schoolers perform a parody musical about the two guys from Supernatural,
Yes.
and she sings
That was a
"Carry
big
On My
episode.
Wayward Son."
Yeah.
So did
I
you
probably
work on
cleared
that?
back in the
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That was a
she's
chop shop.
You're
plays-
welcome.
She
do
is
remember
like
that.
Jared. He's the one with brown hair,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, she's him in the musical. And but
was a
then I
fun
was like, apparently I don't know what that show's about because I didn't know that other people like knew what they were doing enough to make a musical about it.
Oh, yeah, there's this. Yeah, there's a
People know about them? I
whole-
thought there was
there's a
like they
whole
were
thing-
destroying
Season
demons.
10 has
There's a
started
whole
folding
thing,
in
there's
on
a whole
itself.
thing where God writes books about them. and-
What?
Yeah. So yeah, that's why
right.
I don't want to get into it.
I watched the clip of it and her singing was fine. Yay! All right.
I love how on this podcast, just historically, I will say that we spent more time talking about the lore of Duffy than we did of Supernatural.
There's only a million episodes.
Oh boy. Okay, so Michael Cimino, we talked about him. Bob's Got Balls. What a name. Love Victor. Never Have I Ever. He's around. they're gonna find the
He's
thing
around.
for him, you know. Like, I mean, Love Victor was a great show, but it just didn't.
He's
It
gonna
had
be
the
James
weird.
Bond.
It got
I'm
stuck
kidding.
in the weird
Probably.
controversy of am I on Disney Plus or am I on Hulu, which now no one fucking cares about. But at that time was such
was
a
very
thing that it like
important.
almost got the whole show axed, like
Yeah.
which was crazy. And that was a really nice show. I think maybe we were the only people that watched it, but I don't
Oh,
know.
he was in the Until Dawn movie.
Oh,
I still need to see that.
me too.
Yeah. All right, Samara Lee, not Samara from the Ring movies,
Sure.
but this is a real little girl.
Thank you, because that's where my brain went.
Yes.
So I got excited.
Who is Bee
Expectations
and
tempered.
Annabelle in the previous film and this one. Same little
Ageless.
girl. She goes to a lot of conventions, and she did a bunch of conventions like with the Nun, like the Nun and Annabelle together. Come get their autograph, you know, like so they have lots of photos together, which is kind of funny. But now she is like full on pageant girl, and like I don't know if you ever watched. I did get sucked into a few of those pageant shows way back in the day, and they make all these extra pageants so that they can give out like more and more titles like every weekend.
Sure.
You know, so it's not just like Miss America, Miss Universe. It's like there's all these other ones. So here's some of her titles. America's Most Beautiful Junior Miss North Carolina is
Okay.
one of her titles. And Junior Junior Miss Cosmos Tar Heel State.
Okay.
And then in another year, I don't know if she moved or what the zoning is here, but then she was Junior Miss Cosmos South Carolina. So I don't know what happened. And then she
Okay.
recently...
Fingers crossed we're in East Carolina.
Yeah, she recently completed her reign as Miss Village Christian Academy of, I think, North Carolina.
Wow.
That seems like a downgrade.
But I didn't know that like your own high school could have its own pageant. Like what? I don't know. But anyway.
I don't know. Pageant country.
She's
Yeah.
in pageants. Brittany Hosa, Young Woman in Car.
I was like, what other kids were there?
I'm not even done.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Young Woman in Car who was in the car accident. She is in a bunch of commercials, and she is also doing a lot of modeling now. Luca Lujan, Tony Rios, the evil
Oh, this is
bully
the kid that wets the bed
yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Loser.
He could have died too. I guess it was her brother. That would have been two. Yeah,
Someone could have died.
Seemed like a
Yeah.
piece
Would
of
have been
shit.
great.
He's the star of Danger Force, which is apparently a spinoff of Henry Danger. Both shows I do not know what they are about.
Sure.
Nickelodeon stuff?
Sure.
Kids, write in and let us know.
Yeah. Okay, and now we have this other girl who I did not talk about in Annabelle Creation because I knew she was going to be in this movie. But the Nepo babyism is for real here because Lulu Saffron was Tierney in Annabelle Creation, which was the girl who did nothing that you forgot existed.
Okay.
Like the
Except that her
middle
name was
level
Tierney.
one who was
Check.
kind of with the black girl sometimes but didn't really do anything.
Yep. Right.
That was her. And then she in this movie is young girl parentheses Rebecca. Don't remember that Rebecca at all.
Is that the girl who's just like, I'm not
Also,
going to
please
your
refer to
party.
me that way.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah. So she don't tell me anything because I haven't seen Superman yet. But apparently,
Superman.
in Superman, she is part of some sort of pop parody singing group that has a song like in Superman in the movie. Maybe
There is a fake song.
Oh, interesting.
Mighty Crabjoys.
She's part of the Mighty Crabjoys.
She's
Okay.
She is
No
the Mighty
spoilers.
Crabjoys.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I'll find out.
No screen appearance.
Oh, okay.
I did
Yeah.
not okay, yeah.
And then her mom,
Maybe in a poster.
her mom, Natalia Saffron, was the bride in this movie.
Oh, okay.
And has been
The
a
whole
lot of
Saffron
things.
family.
Yeah. While we're on the Nepo baby thing, we've also got Ava Hamada as party guest, Walter Hamada's daughter.
Party guest.
Yeah, and then we've got
Someone who was also disappointed that Patrick Wilson didn't sing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, for them, he did.
What is my writing? Oh,
I'm
okay.
mad all over
He just
again.
didn't sing for us.
So someone who played another young girl in this movie, she is the actress Emily Brobst, and she's actually not a child. She's like older than all of us by a couple years.
Natalia Grace.
I guess, but she is she's very, very, she's
Curious
a
case.
very diminutive person. I don't think she's actually like a little person, but she's very tiny. And so she's been doing like stunts as a little girl or a little boy or an alien or all these things for years.
Okay.
And so in Annabelle Creation, she just did stunts and did not get credited with a role. In this one, she did stunts and she was one of the young
Party guests.
girls in some,
Okay.
in some other scene.
Cool.
She's from Wisconsin.
Nice.
And she also has
Pandering.
some sort of prominent role in all 3 Fear Streets as like a stunt actor.
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then let's see, Nia Cowart, who was uncredited school child. She was in The Accursed, playing the young version of Mena Savari.
Never heard of it.
And then Cadence Murray has played schoolgirl uncredited or uncredited schoolgirl 16 times already in her young life. Specifically, all of these, like I only counted the ones that specifically had the word schoolgirl and uncredited. Like there were other ones that was like girl in church or like girl on playground. I didn't count
Doesn't
those.
count.
I only counted the ones that said schoolgirl uncredited.
Uncredited is an amazing memoir title.
Yes. Oh my God. Right? Or album. Yeah. And most prominently, she was a schoolgirl untitled in Barbie. So good for her.
Wow.
Can get you all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's literally been in like 30 movies just as an untitled young girl. Or uncredited. Sorry, not untitled. And like, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Child Star Chicken.
I would like all these kids. What I would like for them is for the next Annabelle movie to pick up literally exactly when this movie ends. So first we get Patrick Wilson's song.
Yes.
That's where it starts.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then all hell breaks loose in this house because the kids have come back. Because the 3 kids have come back.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That would have been so good.
Yeah.
And it's just a massacre.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, there's really
Bob dies.
There's no child.
Castrated.
It's like the end of Midsommar.
Oh God.
There's no real life child check-in because I already told you what happened to Julie, and the rest of this is completely fake.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's so funny. Oh man.
What
Okay,
else?
the only other thing I wanted to call out was my favorite moment in the film, where Mary Ellen goes to tuck in Judy in the middle of the night, and she's like, "Oh, what's this other thing in the bed?" She flips it over, and it's Annabelle, and she's just like, "Huh?" She's like, "Judy sleeps with some weird dolls." I don't know. She walks away like nothing. She doesn't go like, "What the fuck is it?" She doesn't know anything about it. She's just like,
Oh, okay.
I always knew Judy was weird. She's got creepy dolls.
Because then it makes you as the viewer go, oh, right, Mary Ellen hasn't seen Annabelle. I guess that makes sense. And you're like, no.
Because we
no,
needed another
no.
reminder that she's a bad babysitter.
She doesn't even jump or anything. She's just like,
okay.
Normal doll, just burnt up.
What is
Okay,
that like
whatever,
light
keep-
thing? Have you ever seen one of those before?
oh, the
Turny
the-
light
the
color
red,
thing. Yeah.
the red, blue, green.
I mean,
yellow
except
light.
like on set, you know, but like as a
That
child's
one
toy.
so strong that it casts the entire room
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
one color than the next. But
I did think that
Let
that
me
was
play with my gels.
even though the CG was pretty like.
she's the best boy electric.
uncredited.
Even though the shadow CG was obviously like not good because it was too like dark and defined, I did think that was like a cool idea of showing the different stages of Annabelle.
yeah,
like,
I like that
Yeah.
it showed all the.
the doll, the little girl, then the Manson girl,
Yeah.
and then the demon thing.
I did like that they did try to connect it back to the other films.
Yeah.
I would have liked if the cult that the Manson girl had created in the Demon's Honor ever came into play. That would have
Well,
been
yeah,
so
because she
cool.
lived as a human for a long time to build a cult. You think
Yeah.
that would actually
12
be
years.
something? Yeah.
You would think. You would think. The only other thing I had, I was just gonna play this stupid thing. You know,
it.
we haven't really talked much about the ferryman, but
Yeah.
he was basically like this the whole time.
You gotta pay the troll toll. If you want to get into that boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Wait, what the fuck is that from?
Always sunny.
Always Sunny in
Oh,
Philadelphia.
okay. Oh my god.
The whole thing was like, if you don't pay the toll,
Oh,
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
your soul. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
And my mind was just immediately.
I have to. You go ahead.
Damn.
I was just like, that's just one of those things that's just like tradition. So to me,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't even feel like why specifically. Why?
Wait, that goes all the way back to ancient Egypt,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like the river. And,
He looked kind of cool, but yeah.
I guess.
The whole scene, not later when she gets the doll from it, but the whole scene where it's just her in the kitchen and that pantry, I just feel like it took forever for her to get through all the different coins and all the different bodies. I was like, let's speed this up. Let's cut back to anybody else.
Slowly dropping coins.
It's taken so long. And we don't even really get to know, like, what were the coins? What eras of,
so
humanity are they from? Like,
Who
no,
keeps
you
dropping coins around?
Yeah.
dirty ass coins? You can't even tell where they're
Well,
from.
and there was too many. It was like, well, there's one, there's two. I guess there's 3 eyes, 4. Okay.
You need a coin for your third eye. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just really, yeah.
That was gonna be my rating system, but I'll think of something else.
Okay. Yeah, I was like okay. Well, yeah. Do you want to get it? Let's do the rating system.
Let's do the rating. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
on the
how did the
spot.
movie do?
Oh yeah, the movie. So this one, the movie did pretty well.
2019, what month?
2019 June.
Okay.
So it came out.
They
it
successfully
says-
tricked people.
it says it grossed 74.2 million in the U.S. and Canada, and total 231
For June,
million
was probably a disappointment.
worldwide.
Wow.
Says
Yeah.
Deadline calculated the net profit of the film to be 64 million.
Oh, okay.
I don't like those net profit numbers because then they always are like, oh, but the marketing. I'm like, don't count.
Well,
the
this says
marketing.
when factoring together all expenses and revenue.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. It did pretty well, but not like crazy well.
Patrick Wilson was busy filming Aquaman.
There's nothing specific about there definitely being another one, but I don't know.
I think there's a quote, right, of Gary Doberman being like, yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
He's like, I kind of just used all of my ideas to no consequence.
Yeah, I wrote down some of the things that we didn't use. Obviously, we did the wedding dress of samurai. There's a suit of armor that we haven't done anything yet with. The piano, I
Probably
feel
just
like
the same thing as the same.
the piano and the typewriter, I feel like had more potential that we didn't really get to. The monkey, of course. There was a magic lamp or an oil,
Sure.
looked like a genie lamp. The weather vane, that was kind of weird. I don't
It
know if
did
that was
spin.
supposed
It
to
did
connect to the
spin.
chickens or what. Not really. And then the
Egg
sewing
prices
machine.
will go up.
Do you think the sewing machine was a reference to the first Annabelle, or I
Either
don't
that
know.
or it could have been a Insidious forever. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then the bracelet, the weird the locket bracelet.
Right. She used
Sure.
that to try
Yeah.
to connect with people. Yeah.
Her papa.
Her
Darling
papa.
Dad.
Darling dad. Maybe don't crash that car.
Yeah. How many Riverman coins?
Ferryman coins?
Ferryman coins.
Did you even watch the
River
movie?
folk. No.
How many river folk? Ferryman coins.
Mary and Pippin are in this one. Yeah.
How many
also-
breakfasts?
Yeah.
would you
Even though Bob just hit the werewolf with the guitar was destroyed, but then the werewolf just turned into mist. So why?
That's the advantage of being
no
a ghost.
more guitar. Okay, like he's not gonna be singing a
That's
little
where
song
Patrick
anytime
Wilson
soon.
gets his powers.
Oh, maybe. You think Patrick Wilson gave him lessons? That's why he knew his nickname?
Oh,
well,
yeah,
anyway.
I don't know.
I like to think that Ed's out
Maybe
there
they're
giving
secretly
guitar
related.
lessons. Yeah.
They're secretly related, yeah. I'm gonna give this one. God. I'm gonna give it like 3.
Yeah.
3 ferryman coins. Which is maybe about how many he drops in the movie. Yeah, I don't know. I
Can't even count.
I don't think this one's very good. It definitely, parts of it start to feel a little bit like a TV show where they're just like monster of the week, but we're getting instead monster of the 10
It
minutes.
feels like improv. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, give me an object, any object.
Buffy, Smallville,
Yeah.
Supernatural.
I didn't like the feeling like they're literally just trying to be like, let's hope one of these hits and then we can have another spin-off or whatever. And that's definitely what it feels like. So it feels super cynical in that way. And it does, like you said, Carol, it felt like this is the movie that we've been building up to, and then to feel a little bit let down by how it's not great, and I don't know, just overstuffed with too many things. And again, Annabelle is
Not in it enough.
sidetracked. It's like, okay, I guess she's causing all these things, but then she's not doing. It's like
she didn't do anything really.
Yeah, she barely
except get in
does
the bed.
So I'm gonna give it 3. It's in the bottom for me.
Yeah.
Annabelle's tired.
Yeah.
Annabelle's
She's like,
tired.
I know, right?
I just want to.
Well, honestly,
I just
like,
want to go home.
I built a whole cult. It didn't work.
Also, I thought the whole thing was that she had to take the soul had to be given willingly, and that's why Alfre Woodard had to kill herself.
Yeah,
but then
and
when she grabs Judy, she just starts sucking
He
the
starts
soul
sucking it
out
out,
of her.
yeah.
Like, and
These movies are trying to make Alfre Woodard's sacrifice meaningless
nothing?
every
Yeah.
time.
The worst of blackrifices.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
Pretty
gosh,
bad.
there's the term I was looking
Yeah.
for in all of the movies. And Final Destination 3, 4,
Yeah.
whatever one
Yeah.
where the guy
Also,
goes.
The
that
fourth
movie,
one, yeah.
it's the worst sacrifices, but it's also like this was something that we talked about when we covered Annabelle. Was like they didn't even acknowledge racism in
No.
like 1968 Pasadena, where it's like
Yeah.
it was like a sundown
Lots
town.
of
Like this
racism.
is like fucked up that they didn't even. She's just like, I have this bookstore and let me help you find something. It's like, okay, not just like.
Don't worry, I'll
Like-
give you my life.
Yeah, they weren't even just like Jackie Robinson's from here. It's fine. We solved it.
Just something would have been
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next? Eliz?
Yes, I'm gonna. What did you say? 4? You
said 3.
No. Okay, I'm not gonna go that low. I'm gonna say 4. 4 coins.
of how
Maybe
many?
to make
At
a
least
full
out of 10.
dollar.
Out of 10.
At least you can. At least you're counting pairs of eyes, which is
Yeah.
what this movie failed to
I
do.
still gave this more than The Nun, I think. I think
Oh,
I
you
went
did?
even lower
Okay.
for
Well,
that.
okay. It goes back to like basically what I kind of already said is that even the promise that the Warrens were going to come back at the end and that we saw them in the beginning, that already makes this movie it lifts it
Sure.
up to a higher tier than in my opinion.
I don't disagree with that.
Some of the
Yeah.
other movies because even the like 5 seconds we get to them are so much more or their aura even just being in the house, like I think it just makes it more likable and like we care a little bit more. So like, the other girls in the Annabelle house and the couple from the other Annabelle and even the people in the Nun or whatever, it's like we don't care about them as much. But Judy, we know, like, okay, like she's probably not gonna die. We know the Warrens are gonna come back at the end, but like if something happens to Judy, like like that's gonna be devastating. Like Lorraine will not like yeah. So I think like that makes the stakes a little bit higher. It's not just these randos. So yes, even though nobody died, I felt like I cared about at least Judy a little bit more. And then the Warrens for sure. So I give it 4 out of 10 coins.
I think I'm also going to give it 3 coins, although I will say that this is a holdover from a time where there was kind of this unspoken rule in horror movies where like kids were not going to get hurt. And I think that happened. And I think that with Talk to Me and Evil Dead Rise, we've thankfully blown past that rule. And that is delightful and wonderful. And I'm excited.
Everyone
about
wants to see kids die.
It goes in waves.
It goes in waves.
There's like
It does,
times
yeah.
when it's like in fashion
Yeah.
and times that it's not.
And it feels oddly restrained from that, but I do think that it's one of the things where it is, should be the most lore rich, biggest scares, everything else. I don't think that there's one well constructed scare in this movie. And nothing, even though they're throwing out things like it's an improv class, not one entity that feels like that is interesting, even to sustain a scene, much less a franchise.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm not lower is because I agree with you, Eliz, is that just the promise that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are going to show up makes it great.
Yeah.
If he had sung even like 2 bars of music,
be like,
it would have been gone all the way up to like a 7. Yeah.
Carol Faye, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like 3 feels good. It's it's not gonna 3 out of 10 coins isn't gonna buy me eggs even then.
No.
It's not gonna get me any eggs,
Nope.
but I think I agree with all the
Free
points you're
range.
making.
Yeah.
I would say I honestly
chickens.
probably would be lower if not for the fact that like it did creep me. Now we like to talk about like scaring you versus like creeping you. So creeping is like when you like you've turned off the movie and you're still like edgy.
Uh-huh.
And I get it. And so, yeah, Josh, Deaddy is out of town right now, and I'm home alone. And I decided, probably like halfway through this movie, as I was watching it last night, that I was like, I'm gonna protect myself here just in case this gets out of control. I'm just gonna watch this tomorrow in the light of day. And then it was just like the most unscary movie after that.
Yeah.
But it did get me thinking, at least up into, as things were building, that it was going to creep me. And sadly it didn't. But I give it points for that, because I just love this universe so much, and I want it to be good, and I want there to be more. I would have liked to see, because if I'm going to give a movie a low score, I feel like I have to come to the table with like some idea of like what, and I feel like we've had a lot here tonight. But what I would have liked
Two
to
measures
see,
of music.
yeah, besides and singing, would have been like, you set up Judy as this, Lorraine Jr., and you want her to, I would have liked to see her use her powers, not just like the tools that she already knows of like praying and like crucifixes and stuff. It would have been cool if she just like fought off the demon on her own by like using, that would have been so cool.
Or if there's an arc where like either Lorraine's trying to stop her from becoming that, or like the acceptance of that, or just like some acknowledgement of like, hey, this is a thing.
Yeah.
And not like, hey, our girl had friends over for a birthday party, so we're all good.
Don't worry about it. I did like, there were a couple scenes when she sees Annabelle and she's like unbothered by it, because she's like seen shit before.
Yeah.
She's not unbothered like Mary Ellen, where she's like, what's that?
She's like, don't talk
Weird
about
doll.
it.
Like when she sees it under the couch, she's just like, was that Annabelle?
Well, they clearly used, again, the multiple Annabelles. Like, they have, like, the effed up one right at the beginning with, like a scratch on the eye, and it's all black and, like, green and moldy looking. But then later, when they want her to look nicer, they use the slightly
Pristine
nicer.
Annabelle.
Yeah, like...
That's sleeping Annabelle.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to bring us to the end then of our review of Annabelle Comes Home. Like we said, did pretty well. And so the next time we are going to be talking about, we're getting back to the mainline Conjuring movie finally.
For better or worse.
For better or worse.
Because, we have, like, a pandemic?
Yeah. So, this one, so Annabelle Comes Home came out in 2019. And then
Animal Stays Home.
She is very concerned about public health.
Annabelle Stays Home. Masks up. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Wait, that's next for you?
Yeah, that's the next one.
I remember really liking that one.
This one comes out. That one came out in 2021, and definitely was a victim of the
Zaslav ending.
of the pandemic, basically.
Yeah. But also Zaslav.
Yeah. But was it filmed before, we think, or during?
I don't know.
It was definitely
later.
finished. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably finished, but the release was not.
It was all messed up.
But we can get into that next time.
Yeah.
But Carol Fahey, thank you so much for being here with us.
You're welcome. I was wondering if you had any spooky stories that have gotten sent to you.
No, I don't think
Not
so.
yet.
Yeah.
We're still waiting.
I have a spooky story.
Yes.
I would love. Yes, this is
Tell
the perfect
us.
way to end the
Yes.
podcast. Yes, please.
I'll try to keep it pretty quick. It was actually probably around the time of this movie coming out. So it was a long time ago. My kids were very young, and Wilder, he was probably like 2.5, 3. And so my little one, Clive, was, a baby. And so when Wilder was around that age, he would talk about like an imaginary friend. Yes. He would talk about it. And I thought the name was Ananiwa, right? He would say Ananiwa. And I would like ask him about it, whatever. So, but he never, this was the longest conversation we've ever had about it. And I have it on video. I'll send you the video.
Oh my God, yes.
So they're sitting there eating, and I'm just filming. It's just Wilder. And he goes, let's talk about Inawana. And I'm like, Inawana? He's like, let's talk about Inawana. I'm like, oh, I the little girl, your friend, the little girl, and he goes, it's a boy. I was like, it's a boy. And this is all, my mind is blown already just because he brought it up completely. I did not bring it up.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's a boy. I'm like, oh, it's a boy. And I'm like, okay, so how do you know he's a boy? Have you ever seen him or whatever? I'm just like floored. And he's like, no, I've never seen him. And I'm like, how do you know he's a boy? He's like, he talks to me. I was like, he talks to you. I'm trying to keep myself. I want him to keep talking. I'm like, he talks to you. I'm like, but you've never seen him. He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, how does he talk to you? He goes, through the monitor. Okay.
Oh boy.
We've never used that function of where you can talk to them. I'm like, through the monitor. You don't say. I was like, what does he say to you? He says, Wilder, get out of your bed. And I'm like, okay. I'm just like, and then Clive's like making all this noise. And so I turn off the video. Oh, I can't believe I turned off the video because what happens next is my favorite. I'm like, Wilder, is Iwana, is he real or pretend? Like, tell me the truth. He goes, pretend. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, am I real? My blood was running cold. I mean, it's like out of a movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure about anything anymore.
As real as me. Yeah.
And he doesn't remember any of this, and it's just like, I'll send you the video. It's it's
man.
great.
That's cool.
Gave me chills though. Like,
Yeah. That's a good one.
And I still don't know. And like our house is like over 100 years old. And
Oh, really?
He used to
Okay.
say that he would see that, like after this, he would say that he would see the boy like playing in the yard across the street, and it's like the same house. You know, it's because they were all
Yeah.
the same blueprint of these houses that were built like on farmland
Yeah.
100 years ago. So creepy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I love that.
So anyway,
Thank you for sharing.
there's a spooky story for you.
Yes.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that's awesome. Well, if you want to hear more stuff about horror and parenting, make sure you guys check out the Mummy and Deaddy podcast,
Thank you. Yeah.
wherever podcasts are found.
yes.
What was the Instagram again?
Mummy X Deaddy Pod.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yes, and if you want to send us your spooky story, you can do that by emailing us, sequelrights@gmail.com, or finding us on social media on Instagram, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Facebook at Sequel Rights.
And rate and review wherever you're listening, or leave us nice comments on the YouTube.
And send in those scary stories, dang
Send
it.
them.
We want to read some more.
Yeah.
Some sort of phantom mailman collecting them and keeping them from us.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Better idea than one of the things that happened in this movie.
Phantom Mailman. Yes. All right. Well, before we leave you guys,
Are you real?
am I real? Yeah. Before we leave you guys, we gotta obviously leave you with a AI generated song. This one is about our friend Bob. Bob's got balls. We hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you guys next time when we talk about The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. I keep wanting to say The Devil Made Me Don't It.
Devil made us do it.
The devil forced us to watch it. We'll see you guys next time.
Cursed all in a glass box. Warning signs, we laughed it off. Babysitters got that glow, but now the spirits start to show. Coin-eyed man, samurai suit, bride in the mirror said I look cute. I don't. TV's predicting my early doom, and I swear there's a werewolf in the laundry room.
I've been out in the yard with a hoop and a dream. He's hiding in the bushes like it's Halloween, while the devil breaks in
Bob's outside, protecting the girl so well. Oh, Bob's got balls, big old balls. They're emotionally available basketballs. He's vibing through the fear, singing high and clear. We call him Bob's got balls. He got balls. Oh, Bob's got balls. He's the MVP. He ain't afraid of no spooky B&B. He's brave, he's bold, he's a sin and roll. He's balling. Bob's got balls. When the ghosts around and the lights go red, he'll still be outside singing love songs instead. Yeah, the house might burn and the spirits crawl, but Bob's outside dribbling through it